What is that?
That looks interesting. Ooh, it's a flat one. Come on, can we get that? Yeah. They had torpedo boats here, Schnell boats. Yes, that is a German World War II submarine. Welcome to the History Hunter and welcome to yet another little beautiful adventure out there. We are going underwater exploring again. I'm just sitting here watching some of the details and looking at some of the details I have from the German Kriegsmarine and the U-boat crews. This is what we call a German keel color. It is actually what you see here. So the German Kriegsmarine or Navy guy would use that. This is actually from a German submarine crew member. Also a beautiful special lighter found at a Kriegsmarine location in a signal operator's insignia, actually at a Kriegsmarine position. But what are we going to do today? We are going to discover and explore a very special area. I'm going to go very quickly through it so you have a little overview of what's going on here. The German U-boats, they went out and they fought the Allies, especially in the North Sea. You can see a crew member coming off, going ashore here. And this is basically what happened on this area or this location here. After the battles out in the North Sea, they had to go back, hide away, hide the subs in a way, and give some recreational time off for the cruise, but at the same time resupply the subs and kind of store them in some safe area. So what they very often did, they found hidden away areas in some fjords and, you know, all of that, bays, and this is one of these areas. So basically the Germans came, they constructed some concrete details here with floating piers to stack up the subs between a little bit larger island and this small one. So they had between 2 and 4 laying here, and then they had at least 2 or 3 laying here. And there are actually still some attachments in the mountainside there that you can see, but that's going to be a totally different story. But what happens next is that the German U-boat crews, when they're here, they need to have a space to just, you know, let off steam. And that's what they did. They took over this whole island and they took a farm area here, a farm area here, and a lot of cabins. And they just said, this is going to be our recreation island and we're going to have fun here. And basically they partied. They brought some ladies over there and they watched some movies. They had bingo and they created their own kind of bar facility there. It was just mayhem in a way, and but that's how the U-boat crews were. I've actually served as a sonar operator myself on a U-boat, so I know quite a lot about that. But what also happened here is that the German crews had to come from the island into the mainland inside this bay area here. So there's a little peninsula here, and very often there were support vessels here on this little pier, and the support vessel will go back and forth with the submarine crews, and sometimes there will be larger vessels mooring up here, bringing back and forth new crew from different kind of areas. So the Germans also stayed here at the farm area. They constructed some small daytime, what we call a wooden barracks, and they put them up very quickly. But today it's all going to be about us going out with the Fifish V6S ROV here, and it's also going to be about this, but this is another story. But there's a third thing going on here regarding dynamite, but as you can see, that didn't kind of pan out as we wanted. But this was a long little introduction. Hope you stayed with me. So just to give you a little background of what's going on here. But now let's start this little adventure and see what we can do with the little beautiful Fifish V6S ROV and some history around this little pier here. Yes, right there on these two spots here and here, that's where the submarines were moored up in anticipation of their new assignments out in the North Sea, especially in the North Sea. The Wolfpack waiting there for the new assignments, and the crew were up here in the huts having a good time waiting for the new kind of mission out there. Absolutely stunning. That's why we do this, to go out, find these locations and share them with you. Doesn't really matter if we find something. We want to go out and do the research, travel, find locations and share them with you, and that's what it's all about. Hope you enjoy it. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. So that's what we brought. I'm going to discover this U-boat harbor number 2. If you haven't seen the videos, you can see that we found some other places where the U-boats of the German Kriegsmarine were, and we found a lot of interesting stuff. We're going to use the Fifish V6S Omnidirectional ROV. Has 6 thrusters, so we can go all directions. Have this fantastic grabber, very strong LEDs, 4K camera, and today we're going to use the OPSS, the Online Power Supply System from QYSea. Very happy to be able to work with that. That is ingeniously well done. And before we could run the Fifish for some hours, but now we can almost run it indefinitely by adding the OPSS, the Online Power Supply System. And how does work? It kind of gives us the possibility to charge the Fifish V6S through this thing here, this electronics unit that you just attach. So when you unpack this stuff, there's like this box here, this thing on the top, and that one, you just connect that there, do a little modification to the thruster cover, and then boom, this clips on. And then as you go along, you can actually use the power from a power pack or a grid or a generator, and you can actually dive a whole day long if you want to. So we have 200 meter tether capacity now compared to what we had before, 100. So we have longer capacity to go further away, but still just 100 meter depth capacity. But that's plenty enough for us. So I'm gonna test this out really good today and see how long it can perform with that small little power pack. It's just a 240 watt hour power pack. But it's going to be very interesting to see how this pans out. And we have some friends down there already. Some ducks. Hope we're not going to get entangled into some ducks here. But what we're looking for is what could be down there. And that is basically the activity of the German Kriegsmarine and the submarine crews were here. So basically we're just going to see if there is something at all down there for us to discover. Well, Eagle Eye is going to do some small tests here. Yep. Left, right, up, down. Then you can use the pointing towards me so we can see the LEDs.
Okay. Just let me find it.
Yeah, very good. And then off. Don't blind me. And then grabber. Yeah, very good. We are ready. Yeah, it works perfect. I think that looks like a cup or something. Maybe we can get the phone later. Down there. Grab it. Yeah. Let's bring that up. Let's check out what this thing could be. Boom.
What is that?
That is not Kriegsmarine, because it's not wide enough, and there are some ornaments, and that's nothing. Just a quick little thing. This is a genuine German World War II Kriegsmarine plate that we found at the U-boat harbor. There will be a video in the video description. You can check that out. There's a link there. You can see we find that. This is basically how that turned out. It took us more than an hour to clean it up and really work with it. And this thing is actually going to be given away to one of our supporters. So if you want to check out the possibility to become a Patreon supporter, you can end up with some of these beautiful artifacts. But let's go back to the adventure here. Wow, what is that? There are different kind of items here further down. See that? Could that be a boat that has actually been kind of
Sunk?
Yeah.
Let me see that.
There's a lot of stuff there.
That can be a boat.
Could that be? Or did they just throw a complete boat down there? But what is that huge thing there? Let's see what that is.
Maybe a aircraft tower.
I don't know.
Torpedo boat.
They had torpedo boats here, Schnellboats. They had submarines laying around. They had troop freighters, freighting troops back and forth. What is that thing there? Eagle Eyes, can you have a look here?
Oh, I know what that is. Anti-aircraft. Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. And there are quite a lot of gear around here. Okay, I'm going to take a couple of photos, so give me a few seconds. Come on, get it. flipped. Yeah, we have it. Do you want it?
Well, let's see.
Okay, let's bring it up. Let's bring it up and see what's going on here. Now I'm not going to crash. I'm going to go back to where the harbor is, the tether this way. Boom, come on. That's our very first. The Fifish can get up anything. So now we have a mobile phone. And that's pretty cool. Camera. Okay. Tiny little updates here. Eagle Eye had the opportunity to work a little bit with that. And suddenly behind there was a card, a Visa card. And now Eagle Eye had the chance to become a detective. He found out and researched and found out who the gentleman who lost the card was. And as you see this video now, it's been handed over to the right owner. Is that cool or what? Did you know that you can become a World War II History Hunter team member and the artifacts here could be passed on to you in this manner and fashion here by creating beautiful World War II dioramas and displays? You can be the future keeper of something very, very special by the history and the history hunting that we share together. Check out the link in the video description. You can click that and you can become a Patreon team member if you want to. Different kind of perks with for your eyes only videos, travel vlogs, restoration projects, all of that good stuff. And if you want to know more, check out the supporter videos in the beginning of each month. But now let's continue our little adventure. Well, I'm very impressed with the OPSS, the online power supply system. You can see it's here in the car. And if you see up here, we still have 90% left. We've been here for at least 3 hours now. And you can see the jack ray, which is just a tiny little unit, is supplying the power into the OPSS. And boom, the power goes down to the through the tether into the ROV. And that is amazing to see how much longer we can stay down here. And also, I've been like 100 meters plus away from the harbor here now, trying to figure out whether there are some other details to find here. So I'm very, very surprised to see how well this system works, and it gives us so much more runtime, and that's what it's all about, to go down, dive and find history. Look at that, it can present the little piece by itself and we have a little audience. But that's how good the bring it up again, that's how good the Fifish is. See that? We can actually see it from here. So we're going to grab that and see if there are so many markings or anything underneath it. Look at that. Maybe we can get that one. See that? Let's put a light on it.
I think that is German.
That is very interesting. Yeah. Let's get that one. Ooh, it's a flat one. Come on. Can we get that? Yeah.
No, no,
don't
no,
flip.
No, no, no.
I don't know why it's flipping like that.
Please, please, don't crash. Don't crash.
Oh, it's so... That's going to be very difficult to get. You see?
Why?
Oh, it's sand coming out of it. Do you think we'll be able to get that?
Yes, please.
Or should we change the grip on it?
Take it up now.
Shall we do it?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. We have a bottle. And who knows? This could very easily be a German eau de cologne bottle. Well, since you're signed and truly history hunter is such a jerk, I actually lost it and it broke. I took it out of the claws of the RV and bing, there was nothing left, and that was embarrassing. But I just wanted to show you, these are other pieces that of the bottles that we find. This is actually a Nivea or skin oil. This is eau de cologne, all of these are eau de colognes, and this one we haven't got a clue of what it is. This is the Glockengasse. It's called 4711. Very high classed eau de cologne, and they come in big bottles like that, smaller bottles, and even smaller than this one. So this is basically what you can find in this area. And this piece that we found that broke was actually German, because there were German writings underneath. But as I said, clumsy me actually managed to destroy it. And during the heat of the moment there, I got so irritated that I just scrapped it together and, you know, forgot about it. But that's basically what's there. I'm very, very pleased again with the Fifish and the OPSS. Absolutely incredible. Take a look. Still have 90% left, and we have like 41% left on that one. I think we've been here for at least 4.5 hours, and it just keeps running. So I was like at least 100+ meters further out there, and absolutely amazed to see what this little thing can do. Done a couple of more searches here. I went over 100 meters out there. It was nothing, but we do have this vessel, and I'm most definitely gonna do a bit more discoveries around this vessel, because I think it is actually the vessel that the Allied managed to damage, and then the Germans dragged it back here. They maybe found out that it was too damaged. Holy cow, that almost looked like an 88mm deck gun barrel. See that?
Holy cow.
They had very often, as I said, 20mm machine gun, anti-aircraft guns that they put there. They could have put a Madsen on here, Madsen 20mm like this one here, or they could have had a Flak 38 like the German one, like you see here. So who knows, but I'm gonna figure out more about this specific vessel, and we're also going to do a little bit more exploring here, because we're going to change. We don't have a second type of grabber with us this time, so I'm gonna get a couple of more grabbers with us, so we can actually go down and get some of the bottles that are here. And I'm guessing that some of them have the actual timestamp on the bottom as this one here, so I think that will be feasible. And also I'm going to come back and have a little bit more research material to grip onto, and then be able to find out more about this place, which most definitely were used by the Germans. We know that 100% for sure, because they had some farmhouses, some barracks they took and stayed in here. So the U-boat crews, as I said, well, let me get back to you. Let me get let's just go ashore first, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the details that I know of. Yes, back here, and I'm so pleased to see that this actually paid off. We went to the pier. Did we actually find one of the smaller Verpostenboote, the outpost boats? Was the Allied really successful that they were out here peppering the vessel, limping back here? I heard stories about the Germans towing it in here. Could it really be that that was one of the smallest one they had, and they dismantled the guns, the machine guns and the flaks or whatever, and then they saw it was not salvable, so they just sunk it, and they just confiscated another vessel from the locals there, because that's what they did. They just took what they needed, and then boom, that's it. This place is absolutely amazing, and we are, isn't it ironic, we are checking out a German U-boat storage area with a top modern ROV. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you, QYSea, for believing in us, letting us have the opportunity to use such incredible gear. It enables us to do something that really few people do, and I promise you there will be absolutely more, because what is going to happen next is that we are saving up to get a rubber dinghy, a little small boat with an electrical engine and some other small stuff. We're gonna see if we can save up enough to get a sonar, and this area here is going to be heavily checked out in the aftermath of this adventure here. And I can also tell you there are a couple of stories of locals that we just discovered, and they shared something absolutely stunning with us. Something happened here right at the end of the war, something that the Germans did, and then the Allied came in, took over, and something even more crazy happened here. I'm not sure whether this is true, but eyewitnesses has told me something absolutely out of this world, and I can't wait and dig more into that. But that's definitely going to be another story. Hope you enjoyed this little trip back in time for the Kriegsmarine U-boat hunt. If you like what you saw, please give us a thumbs up. Please check out more of our videos. If you give us a comment, it's highly appreciated, because we do make an effort to do something special for you to enjoy. And I promise you, there are not many people going out doing what we do, and we do a lot of it, and we take a lot of pride in what we do, and we spend a lot of time out there. So if you help us out by a little comment, help us to make the algorithm go. So if you want to watch the videos 10 times, please do so. Just kidding. All right. Thank you for being here. We'll definitely see you later. Stay safe. And until next time, bye-bye.